morning to you laddies! My name is... I didn't even practice, I just thought I'd shout it out. Something doesn't feel quite right about this. Maybe it's the bad accent. Maybe it's hair color. What's wrong with you? Good morning to you laddies! I'm William Osman and welcome back to another episode of They Didn't Ask For It But We Made It and Sent It to Them Anyways! How was that? Pretty good? What are we doing here? We're making a thing. What is the thing? A bidet for Jacksepticeye. If you don't know what a bidet is, it's a thing that squirts water on your butthole. Can I say that? Is that a bad word? That's what it does. I feel like anus sounds weird. I don't know. I don't want to use that word. On Twitter, Jack was talking about flushable wipes being the greatest thing ever. Aaron Hansen, aka Ego Raptor, reminded him or informed him that they in fact are not flushable. I asked if we should make him a bidet. Jack said yes. Asked if it could play Megalovania. Is that how you say it? You know the song from Undertale? So I'm thinking a bidet like the Bellagio fountains where it sprays water at your butt to the tune of Megalovania. That's the problem statement. That's what we're gonna do today. So I have some stuff. We don't really need it right now though, but I'm just gonna put it on the table anyways. Oops, I threw it away. There's a water pump, vinyl hose, power supply, some hose barbs, solenoid valves, and the cheapest, scrappiest, scratchiest, supplest wood for Jacksepticeye's butt. It was actually more expensive than some of the nicer plywoods we found, but we didn't buy that. We bought this. Yeah, I'm afraid to run my hand across it. First things first, let's cut the toilet seat out. I modeled the toilet seat on my computer. The toilet seat is a much weirder shape than you think. Like it's kind of like an oval, but it's not quite an oval. I went online to like some toilet seat manufacturer and they had a kind of rough model that I brought into Fusion and then used that to model geometry to create the actual seat. So I kind of copied someone else's seat shape and then, yeah, I plagiarized, okay, fine. I even modeled a bum with a circle and a couple lines. See the bum? We're gonna generate a cam file first to cut those parts out. Computer aided manufacturing. We're gonna generate a toolpath for the CNC router. We're gonna carve, oh, we didn't buy a new router bit. Okay, that one's kind of chewed up. We're gonna carve out the wood to make the toilet seat, and then we're gonna build the bidet.
Are you recording? What's going on?
Just celebrating St. Patrick's Day. The first step to doing a cam file is to create stock. A stock is the material that you have on the machine. So that way you kind of know what you're cutting into. I'm gonna make a new two-dimensional contour, entering in some settings. If you cut too quickly, bad things happen. If you cut too slowly, bad things happen. So you gotta be right in the sweet spot or you're probably gonna just die, most likely. I'm gonna go 1500. Just picking random numbers. I don't really know what I'm doing. I just have cut stuff in the past successfully, so I just use the same things, and it so far has only caught on fire once, and that's not a joke. It actually caught on fire once. Here's my first contour. Whoa, oh my God, John. I picked a facing operation. I gotta do that all again. Why? Cool, we just generated our toolpath for this. It was pretty simple. We're not gonna do any finishing and anything because I don't care. It's like a toilet seat made out of really cheap wood. Oh, putting the wood on the rack. Oh, I probably should cut this down. So we have to use this jerry rig. Plug this bad boy in. I just realized that I'm not wearing safety glasses. I realized. We're ready to see some sparks fly. Ah! At what point did I say just plunge down? Yeah, now we're talking. What shape do you think his toilet is? We went to the gym. And I took a shower and I don't really want to spray my hair green. It was like a murder scene in the shower, except instead of red blood, it was green. There's a couple of issues we're having. First being the fact that the toilet seat clearly is not the right shape for this specific toilet. Actually, I'm just gonna put the screws in, why not? I wonder how much dookie's on these. Second problem, the lid hits the big red button that you press when you want the bidet to actuate. See, that feels good. But where is the, like, where does this hose sit? How do we hold the hose in the right position so that it's not like, I mean, you don't want it to touch you. How does it get to your butt? And we can't have that.
Look at that.
I present to you a bidet that plays Megalovania. Should we plug it in first or explain what's going on first? Let's plug it in first and then we can explain. You gotta wait like 20 seconds before the actual cleaning happens. That's the water. I mean, there's no water right now, but that's the solenoid clicking. What is the hardest part about making videos about technology?
Explaining it, making them interesting and not boring.
Okay, so I have an idea. I'm gonna try to explain to you what I did instead of explaining it to the camera what I did.
Okay.
First, here's the bidet. What do you think? Actually, you're probably the person I should try to explain it to. If I could explain it to caretaker, everyone will understand. So the first thing I did was took an Arduino and found some tone library to make it play notes, and then used that to make sound with the piezo elements. That was like the starting ground. Make some sounds. Then I hooked up the solenoid to the motor driver and drove the motor driver from the third output of the tone library on the Arduino to try and make the solenoid react to the music as well.
Did anyone get that?
Okay, you know what? Explaining things is hard. How about I write a script of well thought out ideas and explanations? We need a brain. What about a microprocessor called Arduino? Mr. Arduino is going to execute the code I write, but I don't want to write all the code, so I'm going to download a code library that does a lot of the work for me. No, a different library. No, 3 libraries. Libraries, that's a hard word. 3 libraries later, I found Playtune and a Python script that converts music files into code. The program moves through each note and plays a corresponding frequency on 2 speakers and percussion hits on a solenoid valve. I tried hooking the water pump up as well, and learned the factory definitely tests each pump after it vomited residual water all over the motor driver. Oh yeah, the motor driver. Remember how Arduino is the brain? Well, motor driver is the muscle. The beginning sounds good, but where's the screeching coming from? I tried deleting overlaying notes in the music file since Playtune can only play a single frequency per speaker. This kind of helped, but it still screeches, and I don't care enough to start digging for the problem. Here's how the whole bidet works. When you press the big red button, the Arduino sends music notes to the speakers and solenoid valve. Every time the valve opens, water sprays onto your butthole. Let's test it out.
Did anyone get that?
Are we ready? Can you put some safety glasses on?
Yes, yeah, no problem.
Safety third,
Safety
I think.
Third, that's fine. That's a bidet if I ever done seen one.
It appears something is not working as intended.
Wow, what a laminar flow you got there. I really like how it spurs out into 300 different little water droplets all over Jack's butthole.
I think I might know what the problem is, and it's not a good thing.
Actually, I saw a lot of problems with this. Which one are you referring to?
Well, number one, this bad boy needs some Flex Seal on it. I think what's happening is the motor driver is actually just sending like a PWM signal, like a tone. The tone is like a 50% square wave.
It's playing the tone through.
Yeah,
the
so the tone, oh my god, the talking is not happening so great today. The solenoid is receiving a music note, not a constant turn on and turn off. And the music note is about half on, half off. It just changes how quickly it turns on and off to change the frequency.
You started kind of good.
But then how do you explain it? You can't explain it. Well, to make a tone, you have to go up and down. So if you go up, you have to come down. And the way the tone generator does it, it goes up for half the time and goes down for half the time. And then it just changes how quickly that happens to make different frequencies, different sounds.
And it's only half as much power as
Right, so basically it's only getting half the power it needs, which means the pressure from the pump is probably enough to overwhelm the solenoid. It's a nice day.
Yeah.
They're like, the butterflies
wow,
are everywhere.
Probably go to the beach. And a bodyboard, John? I don't even think Jacksepticeye is Irish. I don't believe in Irish people.
You don't believe in Irish
I
people?
don't believe in it.
That's
He's
fair.
not even Irish. I think
You
he's
get it. Take two. Here goes. Yes! Well, what do you say we slap it on a toilet and give each of our bums a little cleansing? We're all gonna try this, by the way. You know that, right? Yes.
Nope.
Why?
Nope.
You don't have to actually go to the bathroom. Really? Do you like bidets? It's like a shower, just very local.
Normal bidets, yeah.
It's sort of like a shower, just
Normal bidets.
it's just like in one spot. I've been working on this for such a long time and been so frustrated with the music portion of it. I'm actually very, very excited to experience this. Look at that. Oh yeah. Okay, bye camera, John. Oh no.
Really good song.
Oh no, when does it start? Is it gonna be really, really cold?
Is it bad? Like what happens if it's like too much?
I don't like this.
I really don't like the startup. That's maybe the worst part of the entire experience.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay.
That is... William, it's getting everywhere.
Ah! God damn it! Stop! 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 Stop!
Oh, it's so cold. Oh. I mean,
That is everywhere.
What the f is wrong with it?
wow. We made a halfway decent bidet.
Oh! Holy
This concludes day 345 of bidet experimentation.
Wait, what happened?
You know, Will, you're gonna just have to watch the tapes and see my d on the camera to figure that out.
Wait, why didn't it stop?
I don't know, mister. I built the thing.
All right.
I'd give it a solid 5 out of 10. Wow, it was weird. The music didn't really add anything to the experience, so how did it go? Would you like to tell me about the bidet experience? 1 out of 10 overall score.
3 out of 10 because it mostly went up my back.
2 out of 10.
Okay, what about...
2 out of 10.
All right. I think that this... What about the water temperature? Was that a big problem?
It was really cold, like numbingly cold.
Water temperature.
Bad. Cold.
Quantity and pressure of water.
Too much.
Both?
Too much.
Too much pressure and too much water?
Yeah, the pressure was good, the quantity of water. It was just really cold and it went up my back and on the back of the toilet instead of actually doing its job, which is to clean your bottom.
Do you feel like the music and pulsating added to the experience?
It made it really scary in the beginning because you didn't know when it was going to start.
Music...
10 out of 10.
And the music was just taunting you.
Texture of the toilet seat. Did you feel like you were really held in place?
I felt like
Like Spider-Man climbing up a wall. Okay, well thank you very much for trying out the bidet. I appreciate your feedback. Well, thank you very much, sir.
absolutely sure you shouldn't be shaking my hand after this.
Oh no. Overall bidet experience out of 10.
I'd give it a 7, perhaps.
A 7?
Yeah, 7.
Oh my god, that's the highest score of the
I've
day.
only used one bidet, but like it was a good.
So it's 2 now.
Yeah, this is the second one. So yeah, I mean,
What was the first bidet experience like if this was a 7? Was it one of the weird European ones where you had to like scoop water?
oh no, I don't think so. I think it's the same. Like when you're shooting water, right? Like
Do you feel like the music added to the experience?
added to the suspense. I think it was a good addition. Although I would have preferred it shooting to the beat rather than specifically the percussion.
Okay, this is like some of the best feedback we've gotten all day. Yours was useless. Chelsea's was pretty useless too. What other questions?
I would have used it for longer.
Well there, Jacksepticeye, the machine to clean your Jackseptic hole is complete. Leave a comment if you want to win an inbred cat t-shirt. And the winner of the inbred cat stickers is gonna be on the screen right here. Does anyone else smell that?
You ever just wonder when
Cut.
you meet someone